Hello and welcome to the Mr. Winter Show. We're at that point in the year where it's dark when you get up, it's dark when you go to bed. Christmas decorations are out, a little bit of light, but all the news you've got every fucking day, all the news is depressing. It's all things are bad, someone's got murdered, the budget's coming, no one's got any money, no one's got any fucking money anymore for anything. It's all gone. It's all gone. It's just bad news, and people don't realise how fucking skint we all are. There's just no money anywhere. We made all our money selling weapons to Israel to kill and maim civilians, and now that's dried up. That the best bit of work we got, that's all gone now. It's all fucking gone. What are we going to do without a war in Gaza? To make a bit of extra money in the back pocket. To buy some Christmas presents for some fuckers that don't even fucking deserve it. What are we going to do without this war in Gaza? We need a Gaza edition of The Traitors where we can find the traitors and Hamas executes them, and that's fun. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Mohammed's looking safe, I think. I think he's going to be alright. Ezekiel Goldstein has been sweating bullets for quite a while. He's not looking good at all. He feels a bit nervous. I'm a bit suspicious of Ezekiel Goldstein over in Gaza. I think he's going to be outed as a traitor. I think Hamas is going to execute him in the streets, and the BBC are going to say nothing even fucking happened, as they always do. There's no money anywhere. There's no money for anything. Rachel Reeves, every fucking day, she's crying. She's crying every day because she's got no one to rent her house to. She's got a 16-bedroom mansion. She's got no one to rent her house because there's no fucking money. Everyone who has some money is leaving. They're in the nice parts of the world right now. They're in Dubai, they're in Saudi, they're watching the beheadings, they're watching people get their hands cut off. It's fun for them, it's nice weather. They're in the nice places in the world where they can do things like that, because there's no point being here, because it's just sad and miserable and shit, and there's no fucking money. So there's no one to rent out Rachel Reeves' house. She's depressed, she's horrified by the situation. She can't make any money. Rachel Reeves can't make any fucking money. And we need to have a bit more sympathy for the landlord, have a little bit of sympathy for a poor landlord who can't make any money because she can't rent out her 16-bedroom mansion. I wonder whose fucking fault it is there's no money. Well, poor Rachel Reeves. But just the other day, so Rachel Reeves, if you see her now, just a little while ago it was all sadness, but now Reevesy girl, she's got the biggest smile, she's so warm. She lights up a room. She's trying to put on a show. They're trying to put on a show to say they've got things under control, but we all know there's no fucking money. And the only reason Rachel had on that smile is because she's finally found a renter. Prince Andrew is moving out of the family home at the age of 65. He's moving out of the family home in the way that all Gen Zers will one day, because that's the only age they will be able to move out of the fucking family home. In the 60s, absolutely crushing the last bit of happiness that their family have as they leave in disgrace. But Rachel Reeves has found her renter, found a lodger, someone who can actually afford to move in to her 16-bedroom gaff. And he's good, he's ready to, he's connecting with the younger generation, is our Andrew. He's always connected with the youth. He's been a man of the people. He's been a man of the people. Why can't you say hello to a pedophile these days? Why is he getting in trouble? What's the problem? You can't even say hello to her, you can't be a nice, upstanding member of the community, just not being intolerant, just not judging other people. You can't just say hello to a convicted, horrific pedophile like Jeffrey Epstein, and he gets in trouble for that. It's disgraceful just how people are judging Prince Andrew and just following him around, trying to look at him while he's being evicted from his residence. There's a mean streak in the country when you're doing things like that. It's really mean, and it's not fair. It's not nice. Things in the old days better. Do you remember in the old days when a member of the royal family would die? People would be sad. People would leave a mountain of flowers outside the gates of Buckingham Palace now. If a member of the royal family died, you'd probably laugh and cheer in the fucking streets. You'd probably be happy with the news of it. You'd want to know how they died. You'd want to know if they got overwhelmed in an avalanche of pedophile hunters. You'd want to know exactly all the details of it. You'd want to watch the video. No one has seen a video of Diana in that tunnel. No one, but you wouldn't. Because out of respect, you wouldn't. But unfortunately, these days, the economy's so bad, the only way we're going to get out of it is if we can live stream pedophile hunters torturing Prince Andrew. That's the only thing that is going to be profitable in this country. It's the only way we're going to make any money these days. If you can live stream on Twitch the torture of Prince Andrew, just every single day, just every day, he gets electrocuted, he gets tortured. And that's how we're going to make money. That's what's going to be announced in the budget. If you didn't know, if you wanted to find out, this is what the leaks are in the press right now. That this is how we're going to make money. Live streaming the torture of Prince Andrew. It's how we need to do it. In the old days when things were better, it was nicer, but now we're just horrible. Back in the old days, when you're in school, there was a nicer way of doing things. Around this time of the year, you might bring in a tin of food. You'd be asked to bring in a tin of food for some of the needier people around the world who could use this, and you weren't losing much by taking in a tin, and everyone would bring one tin in or two tins in, and then in the assembly hall you'd have a tin showcase of spam and beans all laid out on a massive table to say, here's what we're doing to give back. And it was very nice and very wholesome. But now no one's got any money. We can't do that. So all we can do is to save the Gazans. To save the Gazans. To save the Gazans. We need to take all those dicks the trans children are chopping off and send it to the Gazans because the Israelis are shooting the genitals off. This is what liberal education has become. They believe that the Israel Defense Force, the IDF, all they're doing every day is shooting the genitals off the Gazan children. That's all they were doing day in, day out, and now the Gazan children don't have any genitals left, and because we want all the kids in the UK to be trans, you gotta chop off your dicks for Gaza children. You gotta send them, you gotta be tolerant. You got to think about diversity, think about inclusion. You got to send your dicks off to Gaza for the children who have had their shot off by the IDF because they're evil and they just prey on children. That's what mainstream outlets in the Middle East are trying to propagate, and schizophrenic liberals in the West actually believe that this is what the IDF do, and this is what you have to do to make up for it. Don't bring in a tin of beans, bring in your massacred penis to send to the Gazans. They need it more than you. You can transition. You've got that. You can be progressive. They need to chop off your dicks for Gazans. This is going to be This is going to be in the King's speech. If you want to know what the King's speech is going to be this year, he's going to sit down and solemnly not address his pedophile brother at all. He's going to simply ask you to cut off your children's genitals and send them to Gaza because they need them more than you, you bigot. How could you not? How could you not do it? It's what you need to do. And people are so hateful. People are so bigoted and small-minded that they just want to send people away. Just send them. You can't do that. You've got to bring people in. You've got to bring people in because they're going to bring in their ideas about how to make some money. We can't make any money because we can't sell weapons to Israel to chop off the dicks of kids in Gaza. We can't do that anymore. But it's not happening. It's not happening. Bit of a ceasefire breaking, but just don't talk about it. It's fine. It's fine. What we need to do is to bring people in. Stop saying send back the boats. Bring in more boats. We need to get people who have got ideas on how to make money into the country. Bring them back. Bring them all in. I want to know how to make some money. Bring Shamima back. She's got transferable skills. She's sewn a few people into suicide vests. She can teach us how to torture Prince Andrew so we can make more money on donations of Twitch subscribers. It's what we need. It's how the economy is going to function. We need it. We're going to have a road show of Prince Andrew, formerly, well, not Prince Andrew anymore, just Andrew, to you and his mates. Really, the only royal family member who is connecting with the kids. Andrew, no longer, he doesn't need this. He didn't ever even wanted the title, just throw them away. He wants to connect. He's a man of the people, is Andrew. He's a man of the people. And all you've got to do to save the country is to torture him to death. And you need someone who's you need Shamima Begum to come back and teach us how to do it. We're going to have Andrew on the end of a Christmas tree electrocuted as they turn the lights on, and it's going to be a roadshow that goes around all the UK. It's called Cultural Enrichment, it's diversity, it's regional investment as it goes around the country to set the Christmas lights on. It's what we need. It's going to bring everyone together. Yes, she was sewing people into suicide vests, but she also sewed into the suicide vests a little chocolate bar because she cared. That's the brand deal that we need. Shamima's face on Dubai chocolate. Fuck Uncle Ben. We need pistachio chocolate with Shamima Begum's face on it. We're going to go fully in on it. Everything, all the brand deals, all the merchandise. Shamima's going to be all across the London Underground. She's going to be in your kids' schools, advertising everywhere. You're going to see her face on buses, on billboards, everywhere. Aunt Shamima. It's going to be Aunt Shamima. Aunt Shamima's Chocolate Factory. They're going to get a woke remake of Willy Wonka on Netflix. That's what it's going to be. Aunt Shamima's Chocolate Factory. She's the fucking bomb, she is, Aunt Shamima. Stitching up people into the little vests with care, with attention. She wouldn't have a fat lad stuck in a pipe. No, she'd have a fat lad with a pipe around his chest. Because that's what is going to save the economy. We're so fucked. I don't know what's going to be in that budget. Well, we know one thing, but aside from that, it's just going to be just an endless stream of, we've got no money. Where is all the money gone? Why have you got money? Give us money. Give us money. Why are you going to the shops and thinking you can spend money on both tins of beans that are Heinz and spaghetti that isn't made out of sawdust and cardboard? What are you doing, you privileged bourgeois class traitor? You need to be thrown into a lake of fire and have all your money taken away from you. If you see anyone who's putting into their basket in Sainsbury's a number of items that is excessive, you will now be encouraged to murder them in their home, take all their property and donate it to the state. That is what Rachel Reeves will be announcing. There's nothing we can do. There's no money left. All we got to do now is to kill each other in the streets for the good of the country, for the good of HMRC. Why are you working if not to spend everything you have to make sure that the landowning class can have more of your money while calling themselves socialists, as they always do? The pigs on the hind legs is what we need. It's what we need. We need landlords like Rachel Reeves who can tell us how to be good people. Stop hoarding your wealth. Why are you going to work on a farm that's produced goods for generations? Why are you going to allow a farmer to own property, to own land that they've owned for generations, which through no fault of their own has increased in price because BlackRock and various investment corporations, the high-end venture capital organizations, have been buying out massive amounts of property and land with the volatility in the market that came from governments printing money. And what is the printing of money? The printing of money, it's taxing you without needing to tell you you're being taxed. So they take it from your future earnings. And then when you find out that you can't afford anything, That's the result. That's what the inflation is. That's the froth in the market. That's the money that's been ploughed in to the market, which has devalued your ability to buy bread and milk. That's what it is. That's what it is. And people don't understand it. So people say, spend more money. Increase the credit card. Spend more. Spend more. And then they can't afford anything. Because BlackRock is buying up all the land in the country and using it to increase their investment portfolio. They're using it so that they can make themselves wealthy, and in the process, as they've continued to buy that up, the value of other farmlands which are used to make goods so that you can eat, that's increased as well. So now the farmers are evil people, and you need to shoot them, and you need to take the land, and you need to give it to the government. That is what the good thing is to do. That's what, through history, we've learnt is the right way to make money. It's the right way to make sure that poor people are lifted up, that you're never punching down on the poor people of the world. What you need to do is to lift them up, is to make sure that they do well. And if and this is not even something that's going to happen, but if after all the farmers are dead, if after we killed every last farmer, we find out that there's no food and millions of people are starving, if it's not going to happen, just know that it was worth it so that the poor people could be doing much better. Because it would be much better to be starving, to be dead, to be dying around your family, rather than trying to do better and keep some of your own money. That it's disgusting. You can't be keeping your own money. That's not your money. Your money is not your money. You need to understand. You need to understand the theory. You need to understand the great geniuses of the world, the Bernie Sanders, the Mamdani. You need to understand it so that when you see it, you know it's going to work the way it always has in history. Don't worry about millions of people dead in Russia and China over the 20th century. It's not something to be concerned with. What you're doing is right-wing propaganda, and you need to stop it. You need to be a man of the people. You need to stop feeding your children. You need to stop that, because that's disgusting. Most of them are fat anyway. We'll give them Ozempic. Give your children Ozempic and cut their dicks off for Gaza. That's what you need to do. You need to stop feeding them. Stop feeding the fat little fuckers. They could lose some weight. Cut the dicks off. It'll lose a little bit more weight. It's for the best. We need to stop giving these obese, diabetic children food. You need to stop it. You need to start thinking about ways you can give back to the government, because the government's done so much for you. It really has. It really has. And look at the images of how upset Rachel Reeves was. Just do you see that? Do you see what you've done to her? Do you see how she's trying to work so hard and you're upsetting her with your filthy poverty? It brings it. It's like onions. That's what poor people are. They just bring a tear to the eye when the poverty-stricken, horrific. The smell of them. Oh, it's horrific. It offends the people who say they're working class and they're socialist, but actually they just want to sponge off the rest of the country like parasites and never work in the private sector, never actually create anything of value, and just take through taxes and through unearned salaries that are afforded to civil servants and members of parliament. They want to sponge all that up, but really they're the good people. They're the ones who deserve to have their salaries increased every year without fail, by independent decision making. They'll have, but these are the people who sacrifice for us. They do everything for us, and we need to stop being so ungrateful. Stop being so ungrateful. Stop being so ungrateful. Rachel Reeves has done so much for you. She's struggled to get that house leased out, and finally it has. And then, as if people weren't ungrateful enough, as if people weren't that ungrateful enough already, for the crime of saying hello to convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, Prince Andrew is now in a little bit of trouble, and he's got to go to Congress and he's got to explain himself over there. And now Rachel Reeves has lost her lodger. Now you've upset her. Now you've really upset her. Now we know it's going to get bad when she announces that fuck you, you've had it good for too long, taxes go up on your petrol, on your cigarettes, on your alcohol, on everything. Don't think you can go to a park and walk around and breathe fresh air. You need to pay a tax on that. Why are you being so ungrateful, you fucking class traitor? Don't you understand what kind of trouble we're in? Don't you understand that people who call themselves socialists need to take more money from you? More money from you as you work day in, day out, so that they can do nothing and tell you you're a bad person. Don't you understand? Don't you understand it? Do you know how to make money? Do you know? Do you have any idea? Do you have a good idea about how you can make money? Now's the time. Now's the time. You've got to speak up and let us all know, because there's no money left. Everyone is dying out here. We need the money and there's none. So that's why the budget is gonna ruin everything. It's gonna ruin so many lives. In economic downturns, you can trace the number of mortality, specifically suicides, to how bad the downturn gets. It's one of those horrific correlations that you find in life. But there's no money. So if you've got an idea which could save lives, you need to speak up. You need to speak up and say, I know, I could do this, I could make money this way, and you need to do it. You need to employ people, you need to get some money moving between people, you need to create something, you need to make a product and make a good service that people want to buy, that they can afford. And once you do it, when you do it well enough, what we will do is come and kill your whole family and take everything that you've ever built. We'll burn it to the ground and we'll say, now it's good. Now we've done it. We did it again. We did it. We did it. We did it. Rachel Reeves is going to come and spit in your face and tell you you're disgusting. You're a vile, disgusting capitalist pig. And we're going to take all your money and we're going to burn your family to the ground while we watch everything you've built been destroyed. And we'll say, we did a good thing. We did a good thing. We did it. We did it. Yay. As socialism works again.